What's up, besties? It's your girl Sheridan, and I'm back with yet another video, y'all. Did y'all see this week's episode of Growing Up Gospel? Oops, I mean Grown in Gospel. Let's get into it. Honey, let me tell y'all, I like this show a lot, although it ain't no Baptist representation on this show. These folks is just Koji, but Carlos, call me next time, okay? So it's so much going on, you guys. First things first, did y'all see last week's review of Grown and Gospel? I did not expect Carlos King to watch the video, and he has followed me on Twitter. Now, Carlos, if you want to see, I say Carlos because I'm from Chicago. We don't pronounce car, we say car. Carlos, if you want to follow me on the Instagram, you know, you're welcome, because that's really where I be at. That's really where the followers be at, because I ain't got no Twitter followers like that, but we bringing it back up anyway. So, yeah, y'all, I wasn't on camera last week because, you know, the shoulder issue with the sling, but praise God, I'm going to be healed in a minute like Elijah was towards the middle of this episode, but we'll keep going. So, last week, you guys, I got so much feedback from people who know these people, etc. So this is what I'm gonna tell y'all what the pews had told me. Okay, the word from the pews last week. They say, okay, someone who knows both Fred Hammond and both knows me as well, said that Bree was, you know, exaggerating on about their relationship. So we'll get into that later in the episode, later in the midnight hour. And they also sent Tasha my video. And so it is what it is. Hey, Tasha girl, if you watch this. And so they told me that Tasha is exactly like she is on camera in real life. And I was like, well, wow. So let's get into this week's episode.
Never know when to chill. Always talk about keep it real. Only till you pat your fill. Then you wanna cry ill will. Really thought you know the deal.
All right, y'all. So first we see that Jay is asking Tasha to go furniture shopping with Bree, and she brings Elijah because it's messy and it's TV. All right, Elijah and his fur. All right. So anyway, Bree asked them to come to her birthday party. It's an invitation. And I'm like, oh, okay, Bree, have your birthday party. So as I'm listening to her say come to her birthday party, I'm thinking it's gonna be a dinner or something, you know, nice or whatever. And then, yeah, that's what's in my thoughts. So anyway, Tasha in her confessional, I noticed that Tasha is a confessional gangster. Like, she be big talking in the confessional. So Tasha in her confessional says that she hopes that Bree doesn't come to the party looking like basically what she's looking like right now, like she's getting ready to cook a pot of greens. And I was just like, you're saying that all while you're wearing your bedazzled Usher Boy President top. Like, yes, Bree is giving a little basic, but girl, y'all be acting like y'all shy. Like, anyway, so Tasha says Detroit is known for being gaudy, and it is. Like, y'all seen the Clarkson's hair? I love their hair. Especially that One Last Time album before they did it again. Their hair was always, they is supreme gospel Detroit royalty. It was big, gaudy, all that good stuff. So, and she says Detroit is known for looking gaudy, but Bree came back looking like a bank teller, and I was just like, wow, why you ain't saying none of this to Bree? Okay, so Bree looks at a couch and she's like, wow, that's way out of my budget. And it was $1,200. And I was just like, well, girl, what was your budget? You should have went to the Amazon warehouse. Why was you going to a store? Yeah, okay. So she says she wants it to look expensive but not be expensive. And Elijah said God is calling us to excellence. And I fell out because he is. But you can have something inexpensive and it still looks nice. But God is calling us to excellence. It's so churchy. Elijah, are you sure you don't want to do gospel music? Because you be giving gospel artists a a lot. And I hollered. However, I don't know why Elijah's mink sleeves are half mast. I didn't like that. But whatever. In this episode, I have come to be an Elijah fan. I've come to be an Elijah fan. So he puts his fur around Bree's neck because he's obsessed with her, and he tells her to do her model walk, and the girl stopped walking. She made 2 steps, and that said, no, it's giving LSE, low self-esteem. And I fell out. Like, Elijah is so incredibly rude. And so Bree is starting to now catch the shade, because they was just throwing darts at her the whole first episode. So now she's starting to catch the shade, and she's like, Elijah, so how did you get here? Like, she asked the same question I was asking last week. Who is your parents? This is growing up gospel. Like, these are legacies. Who is your mama? Like, how you get on the show? He should have just said, I know Carlos, okay? And so, he said, the difference between me and you is I'm building a legacy of my own. You know, I don't need somebody's parent. Well, when you throw that dart at her, you're throwing it at Tasha and Jay and Nikki and all these other folks as well. But then again, the question is still relevant because this is growing up gospel. Who is your peoples? And so Bree got it. She got the shade. And so she's like, who is you? And he was like, well, I could leave. And me and Bree at the same time was like, okay, like, Elijah, who are you? You ain't one of the greats kids. Like, sorry, no shade to Elijah mom. I'm sure she's a nice lady. And here's the gotcha. He's acting like he is Clive Davis or somebody. He's talking about in order to be in this industry, baby, we only know you for a meme. You're just now putting out a project. Like, you're acting like you are Whitney Houston or something. What? How you know what it takes to be in the industry? And you're indie. And you're just putting out an album. Anyway, and so Bree's like, I'm okay with me. I'm okay with my Shein fashion. I'm okay with my boots that I got from Wet Seal. I'm okay with being plain. And Elijah's talking about, to be a gospel artist, you have to step it up. And I just want to pause and just tell y'all, like, y'all not finna keep getting on this show playing in our faces. Gospel artists just started getting sexy when Mary came out, okay? Like, don't act like gospel been beat all these years. If you want to tell the truth, gospel was more anointed when the people was ugly and shame-faced, okay? Y'all started getting cute. Ain't no more anointing in the songs. That's what's going on. But Bree, baby, come on to Chicago, the real birthplace of gospel music. If you want to be a caravan, you can be a caravan, okay? All right. Okay, so then they show us Elijah walking outside in the snow with his house shoes and Versace robe. Yet again, he wants us to know he got money. But I want to see the inside of the house. Elijah, is this your house or is this an Airbnb? All right, so anyway, he walks outside, and I said, Lord, they cussing on growing up gospel. They cussing up on here. So anyway, Elijah has a video shoot, and he's giving Martin Payne during the talent show episode, produced by Martin Payne, directed by Martin Payne, programmed by Martin Payne, starring Martin Payne. So he was giving me that. And so he gets out of the car and says, when he pulls up at the video shoot, and Tasha and them waiting on him, baby, like, I'm embarrassed. And he gets out and says, where are the adjutants? And they're like, we ain't your adjutants. Y'all look like adjutants tonight. And so Bree says, Elijah's big break, I guess that's what you could call it, was to stare down with Diddy. And I said, girl, okay, so now the show is a shade fest. Y'all should have told me and Bree that episode 1 so she could have been prepared, because they was just shading her the whole time and she didn't catch it. So now she knows and she's gonna start retaliating. Okay, I got it. And so Elijah walks into the venue, and he sees balloon arches. And he says, this is not a baby shower. I don't want to see one balloon. This should be on stage. And my shoulder is hindering me from really reenacting it, but I really can. Like, when I get healed, I'm going to reenact Elijah. And I hope y'all do like the Elijah challenge on social media, because it was so funny to me. This man's thong was in a bunch, and I was hollering. I was weak because he literally picks up the balloon arches and tosses it about like a ship without a sail. And I was like, what is this? Is when I fell in love with Elijah, because he's been getting on my nerves this whole time. But now, Elijah, what you call your people, the Connors? Like, I don't know. I'm with y'all. Whoever y'all are, I'm with y'all. He is so team too much. I will say, in his defense, it was looking like high school homecoming dance, but it wasn't the stage, and he should have had just asked questions before he flipped out. I will say that. I also will say, I don't know why that lady, the event planner, let him talk to her like that. But that baby was in complete shambles. So anyway, Elijah gets up on the stage because his video shoot is a live performance, you know, just like gospel artists do. It was given very much video gospel in the early 2000s. If y'all didn't watch video gospel after Bobby Jones gospel on BET, like, are you saved? What were you doing with your life? How were you getting ready for church if y'all didn't watch that? And so he starts singing, and behold, he just falls out. And the way, I was wondering if he fell out for real, because the way he fell out, that baby said, when Tasha reenacted it in her confessional, it fell on the floor. Carlos, that was good, Carlos. All right. And so Jay's laughing had me cracking up. Him in the audience like, is this for real? And so my question to y'all, I heard somebody say Jesus. And I said, yes, because where is the press circle? Y'all didn't have to call the ambulance. That's what's wrong with y'all. Y'all too sexy. And y'all need to be anointed. Y'all is too sexy. See, if y'all was ugly and shamefaced, y'all wouldn't have had to call no ambulance. Y'all would have just prayed and he would have got right back up. Amen. Hello, somebody. Now, on the contrary, he might not have got right back up because Elijah was out for a minute. And it's like, okay, how many minutes pass when you pass out before you pass away? Because he was out for a minute. Like, if you ain't getting oxygen to your brain for that long, I just feel like I was in agreement with Jada later in the episode. But anyway, he wakes up and he's like, I just want to finish the show. I just want to finish my shoot. I don't remember falling out. And that was dumb. So they whisk him away on a stretcher to the hospital. Next thing we know, he comes back dressing like Mary, mother of Jesus, with the cloth around his head, talking about they had to get him 6 bags of IV. Now let's pause. They tell us that he was gone for 2 hours. Why was y'all still at the venue? Y'all should have had explained it. Carlos, why was they still there? But anyway, so Jay and Tasha go visit Nikki at Dorinda's house, and these people are playing cards on Dorinda's mirrored table. And I was just like, excuse me? I was happy though that they brought up the whether or not gambling is a sin discussion, because I really don't think it is. I think it's sinful if like you're spending your rent money, your money you ain't really got. That's what I think is sinful. But that was a good discussion. They could have actually talked more about that than bringing up Bree, because of course Tasha's gonna bring up Bree one more time. In this moment, I did realize that Jay is the Sheree Whitfield of this show. And I got that. Because at first, last week, y'all had me confused. I thought it was Nene. He's not the Nene. Elijah's the Nene. And Jay is the Sheree. Are we getting our characters? Where is the white girl? We ain't got no Kim Carlos. That ain't like you. So anyway, Tasha decides to bring up Bree, and again, it's giving, why are you obsessed with Bree? Girl, I wanna know. But I'm sure the production told her to bring that up. But anyway, she starts talking about her style yet again and how she needs help. And I'm like, Tasha, I like you a lot. Like, I love your voice. But you're sitting up in a moo talking about her style. Like, whenever y'all talk about her style, y'all gotta be beat. Like, you're wearing a duster, a house dress. Like, why are you talking about her? But anyway, again, Astro. Astro needs to sponsor Tasha. Anyway, they're talking to us more about her not working with Fred than she is, because they're like, she's hung up on the fact that she's not working with her dad. And I was like, dang, we only really had 1 to 2 scenes with her talking about not working with No Weapon. So why are y'all bringing it up more than she is? Y'all keep on talking about Bree is the daughter of Fred Hammond and he's not supportive, or Bree is the daughter of Fred Hammond but she hasn't seen him in a while. So because y'all bringing it up more than she is, it is making me think, like, was the person who hit me up, are they correct? Is this the storyline, like, more so than the truth? Are y'all putting 20 on 10? And then even Fred Hammond had said something on the Instagram about this, and he basically said he's not about to divulge their business on social media, but his mother told him, you know, to be there for people who are there for you, and he's always gonna be there for Bree whenever she needs him. And that's basically the long and short of it all. It sounds like the issue between Fred Hammond and Bree is the issue between PKs and their parents, that they've had to share their parents with the world, and the parents have traveled about the world bringing the gospel of Jesus Christ to everybody, and pursuing their passion and their purpose, they kind of neglect home a little bit. I'm wondering if that's what's going on. So anyway, hopefully we get more of that. And Tasha says, and Jay says, that she can't keep blaming her lack of success, I guess, on the fact that she's not working with Fred. Like, she can't use that as a crutch. And I was just like, if she's coming around this circle, of course that would come up. But you guys use y'all parents as crutches all the time. Like, so she can't do the same. Like, literally, when Tasha, you know, auditioned for Sunday Best, she literally said, I am the daughter of Lisa Page Brooks. Her stage name is literally Tasha Page Lockhart, so we can make the connection between the two. So you all use y'all parents, so this is her doing the same. And I guess this y'all doing the same. So nepotism is cool when you do it, but it's a problem when she notices she can't do it. Anyway, so Shayna Wilson comes on the scene, and I love me some Shayna Wilson. Hopefully I love her on this show. This episode I did. I've been loving Shayna, loving her music since I was on Tasha Cobb's Street Scene for the Grace album, okay? She's an entrepreneur. She's a worship leader. She's a singer. She's a this. She's a that. She all things to all people so she can win some. And then she tells us that she is pregnancy, okay? She is having a baby. So Shayna clearly has some issue with Tasha, and before she even gets out what that issue is, I'm on Shayna's side. All right, so Shayna tells us that she lost her mom the previous year, and I just felt so bad for her. I could not imagine, don't want to imagine, I feel so bad for her. And so she says that Tasha gave her a call and said she wanted to meet up with her because Tasha's husband, and then I paused. I'm like, Tasha not divorced? I thought Tasha was divorced. Tasha, you still with the husband? I thought, okay. So Tasha's husband had told her that she went to Shayna and told them, had a sit down at her house and told them about some drama going on in their marriage and all the drama, and Shayna called him. And I'm just like, ugh. And so Tasha and Shayna meet up about it, and Shayna's saying that Nikki is there, Dorinda's daughter, and Nikki is speaking for Tasha, and she just didn't understand that, and I don't understand it either. I don't understand why Nikki was there. Tasha, if you call yourself trying to do the biblical way of bringing a witness, you were supposed to have let Shayna know. Otherwise, it's giving messy. See? It, or instead of bringing Nikki, because Shayna tells us that she ain't never been cool with Nikki like that, why didn't you bring Jay or a neutral party? Messy. All right, so anyway, I was in a situation like this before with my former best friend. I was the Shayna. But that's a storyline time for another day. In this scene, though, I kind of noticed, even though Jay's sleeves were a little young, I was like, he is messy, but he's kind of cute. All right, Jay. Okay, so anyway, Elijah goes first shopping like he is Renee Graziano from Mob Wives, okay? And so the red one is ugly, so I hope you didn't get that one, but I love the white on him. I love the white on him. Anyway, he brings up Bree yet again and tells the stylist guy, I want to boss her up. Let me buy her a fur. I want to get her something for her birthday, her style. Basically, that her style is whack and he wants to boss her up, despite the fact that earlier in this episode, she let him know she doesn't want any advice from him. He's not taking her advice to leave her alone, so he's gonna buy her something for her birthday. But anyway, like the church girl she is, Bree decides that she is going to have her birthday party in a church fellowship hall. Y'all, as churchy as I am, no. Unless, girl, why you ain't had no birthday musical or appreciation, sir? It wasn't none of that. It was just the fellowship hall. Anyway, real quick, why y'all ain't decorate Bree? Like, even if you ain't had the money, see, what you should have done was get one long table, because it was only 5 of y'all there. Not literally 5, but it was 5 of y'all there, so you should have got one table, bought a cloth tablecloth instead of the plastic, and then got the silverware or whatever, and decorated, take the money that you did for 10 tables at the Party City, went to the dollar store, and put that into one table instead of having a pizza in the boxes. Because what kind of pizza was that? It was very thick. Instead of doing that, you should have did wings. And or you could have set it up like a child's birthday party for real and act like y'all reliving y'all youth or something. Because otherwise it looked like this and it was just like, is this brought to us by the children's ministry? It was looking like children's church. It was looking worse than children's church. Like, the balloons from Elijah's party would have been great at this girl's party. Okay? That's what she should have been doing. When you were on your way out at that party, instead of calling the ambulance for Elijah, you should have been grabbing those balloons and put them in your car so you could steal them from your party. Okay? So anyway, Elijah said, it's so sad, and it is. And Carlos, I just want to know, are you the one who set her up? Did you decorate her party like this? Because what? Y'all are trying to make a fool out of Bree. Anyway, so Shayna speaks. She comes in and she speaks and she like, hi y'all, and Tasha and Nikki doing. And I'm just like, this such mean girls. Like, really Tasha. Like, Nikki, I don't see her as a mean girl. Maybe a little bit messy on the show, not a mean girl. But that Tasha, I'm so disappointed. So disappointed. Anyway, so Jay Brooks is like, I'm not sure if she didn't invite her family or anybody else to the party because it's just us. Jay, why would she invite her family to show up to this party in real life and it's just for TV? This probably wasn't even around her birthday. Like, come on. This for TV. All right. This baby comes in, Bree, and she starts giving a speech about not having any money. And, you know, this is all she could afford. And Elijah, in the middle of this girl's speech, decides to pick up the microphone and play with the mic and then hand it to her. And I'm just like, why are you interrupting her? And so Bree says she got a song on her heart. while she had the song on her heart, I also wanted her to have some shapewear in her bag to put underneath her Shein dress. It was very cute. It was a cute Shein dress. However, girl, we just see everything. I just everything. Shapewear don't cost much. But I was like, Bree, cover up, baby. So anyway, Elijah is complaining about her look, and so is Tasha, blah, blah, blah. And they're also complaining about her stage presence. She's not giving it on stage, whatever. And so I will agree that her stage presence could use some help. But y'all wanted a full-blown performance on the play church mic? Like, anyway. So Elijah, it's time to open up gifts. Tasha gets her some cash. Elijah gets her some YSL boots. And they are very cute. And then he says, so now you could throw those dust buckets away. And I'm just like, why would you call her boots some dust buckets? And she's like, I like my boots. I paid for those boots. And while Bree, they're singing happy birthday, he literally takes a plate and is trying to smash down her natural hair. Elijah, you and Bree got the same hairstyle. That's number one. Number two, there's nothing wrong with her afro. Nothing at all. And I don't know if you're trying to do this, but you're coming off as very much anti-black and texturous. I'm going to need you next season, because I know y'all going to get a season 2. I'm going to need you to stop it. We love you. We love you for real. Stop it. Praise God. And so anyway, he just keeps poking at her and poking at her. And he said, you need my help cleaning up. And he starts cleaning up the trash and puts her boots in there. I ain't gonna hold y'all. Bree's a better person than me. She did react emotionally, but I would have fought Elijah. I don't care that we're on TV. Don't touch my stuff. And moreover, you're not going to put my stuff in the trash. You're not going to put my stuff in the trash. You and your bandana. You're not. You're not. So she starts crying, and she just reached her breaking point. And for some reason, they're all shocked that she's leaving. And Jay was like, what's wrong? What's wrong? Really? Sheree, you literally just watched Nene put Kenya's boots in the garbage. Like, why would you think she would be okay with that? That's crazy. So they're all shocked that she's leaving, especially Jay. And Bree tells the camera from the car that because he's a man, it just makes me think like about my dad and how my decision making isn't good enough for him, and how my choices aren't good enough for him. And she might be telling the truth, but she ain't had no tears in the car. She had tears when Elijah was talking to her, but she ain't had none in the car. So I feel like she was just embarrassed. And she was hurt, and she was tired of him playing with her. How she related that back to Fred, I don't know. But we'll see more on next week's episode. Thank y'all so much for watching. Make sure y'all like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel, Life with Sheridan. And I'll see y'all next week for more Grown in Gospel. Actually, I got more videos coming up. So tomorrow we are going to have a vlog dropping. So y'all stay tuned, because it's more life with me. Thank y'all for watching. Bye.